Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my non-fiction November TBR. I think. I'm not a big non-fiction reader, but I've been seeing a lot of people posting non-fiction TBRs, and some of these books looked really interesting to me, so I went to the library yesterday and I looked in their non-fiction section, and I actually came across several books that I think I would really like to read. So I went ahead and picked them up, and here we are. The first book I grabbed, and this seems incredibly weird for me especially. I'm not really sure why I was so drawn to this book, but I was. It's called The Sound of a Wild Snail Eating. Yeah, I saw this book and I was like, what in the world? Anyway, I picked it up, and it's about a woman. I think she has a long-term illness, and she has a snail that lives on her dresser or somewhere in a room near her, and she spends her days watching this snail and studying it and seeing just the things that this snail does all day, every day. It sounds like it would be incredibly boring, but I went ahead and I read the first few pages in this book while I was at the library, and the writing was so beautiful and so captivating that it completely sucked me in, and I thought maybe the life of a snail is more interesting than I thought. So I grabbed this book and I'm gonna read this. I think this book is gonna be very calming and probably a really good thing to read in November after all of the kind of chaos in October, all of the things that went on. I think something like this will just be a very calm, easy read, and I'm really looking forward to it. This next one will not be calming at all. It would have been better in October, but I just came across it, and I hope the glare isn't too bad. All these are library books and they have that cover on them, so sorry. This is Death in Salem: The Private Lives Behind the 1692 Witch Hunt. This covers all of the different people who were accused of being witches and the people who were accusing them. So it goes into depth on each individual's lives and who they were as people. I don't want to say I love the witch trials because that's sick, but I just find it fascinating. It was a really weird time in history, and I just am fascinated by it. So I would really love to learn more about each of those people's lives, because obviously they were not witches and I feel terrible for them. So yeah, I would really like to just know more about them. This next one is called Troublemaker: Surviving Hollywood and Scientology by Leah Remini. It is her biography. I am completely hooked by her Scientology show. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but basically she was raised in Scientology and she escaped a few years ago, I think in 2013. And since then, she has created a TV show to where she kind of goes around and talks to different people who have left Scientology. Anyway, this is another thing that I'm completely fascinated by. I really like Leah Remini. I used to love watching her when she was on King of Queens, and I just think she's a really nice person, and I really appreciate what she's doing for the people who are getting out of Scientology, so I really want to read her story. The next book I'm really hoping to get to this month is a book I had to order from the library. It was at a different library in the county and they're having it sent to mine, and that is Elizabeth Smart, My Story. Anyway, Elizabeth Smart was a 14-year-old girl who was kidnapped, and she was forced to marry her kidnapper, and she lived with him for several months before she escaped. And she came out with this book telling about her ordeal while she was kidnapped. Her story has always kind of tugged at me because I was big and pregnant with my daughter when she was kidnapped. And it wasn't just Elizabeth Smart. I think there were 3 or 4 girls who were kidnapped all within a very short amount of time, within like 2 or 3 months, all while I was pregnant. And that really terrified me. I haven't done much research on her, but I was really excited when I saw that she had a book out. So yeah, I'm really hoping I can fit that one in also. This last one is not really non-fiction, but the author calls it faction, where it's a story heavily based in facts, but it's still fiction. So I'm still gonna include that. I don't know if any of you guys know, but a few months ago, I fell down my stairs. I wrecked my ankle. I was on the couch, then on crutches for a very long time, and during that period I got completely sucked into the Ancient Aliens TV show. Yes, I know. I love it. I love that crazy shit. Anyway, I am completely terrified of the idea of being in outer space. I really want to stay on Earth forever, but I'm still fascinated with aliens. So I came across this book. It's called Undisclosed, a Novel by Steve Alten. And Steve Alten is the guy who wrote the books Meg, that Megalodon shark series. He also wrote some Loch Ness Monster books. He's kind of a popular author here on YouTube. I know a lot of other booktubers who have read his books and really liked him. But anyway, this book is about government documents that he has gotten a hold of that prove that there are aliens. Yes, aliens exist. And on the back it has, "The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off." And I am kind of a nut job when it comes to conspiracy theories. I will jump on any conspiracy theory bandwagon. I love that stuff. I really do. So yeah, I can totally find it plausible that aliens crashed at Area 51 many years ago, and that our government is hiding it and keeping it secret from us. I'm one of those people that does not trust our government for anything. I think we're being lied to all the time. So yeah, I'm sure that this book will piss me off, even though it is a fictional story. There is a lot of facts in here. He used a lot of actual documents that he obtained. So yeah, I am ready for this roller coaster. And if this wasn't enough to get to, which I really don't think I'll be able to read this much because I am a slow reader, I really want to read this book. And this is not nonfiction. It is The Couple Next Door. This is a thriller. I got this recently at the thrift store, and I'm not sure why. I just really want to read this, and I want to read it like right now. I was actually going to pick this book up yesterday and start reading it until I went to the library, and then I thought, well, I should probably read the library books first because I have to return those. So yeah, I actually started with Undisclosed today. I read the first few chapters of this, and so far I am loving this. I absolutely love the writing in this book, and I can tell this is a story that is going to completely suck me in. Alright guys, wish me luck because I am going to need it. I do not read this much like ever, although I did have a really good month last month. A lot of the stuff I was reading I was also listening to on Audible, and that helped me a lot. So this is all me. This is all me reading, and I'm going to need lots of help. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books, or if you are planning on reading any non-fiction books in the month of November. I would love to know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.